big ups. And speaking of big ups, we got S.A. Martinez on the phone right now from 311. What is going on, S.A.?
Hanging out, man. Just kicking it.
Kicking it, right. All right, man. Hey, it's an absolute honor to speak with you again, man. Every time is. And, you guys just finished another successful cruise, this time to Jamaica. The last time we spoke, you touched on going to Jamaica and absolutely loving it quite often. How is it getting back to reggae music's homeland, and what was your experience on that?
Oh, man, we had a great time. I mean, all the, cruises that we do are just, they're unique experiences for the band and fan alike. So yeah, this past one we went to Jamaica, and a magical, beautiful place. I mean, there's really not much more you can say about it. It's a pretty an incredible island with, just an incredible amount of music that has been produced from that one spot. So yeah, man, we had a great time there, and fans did too.
Yeah, and I've been talking to a lot of artists lately. One Pacifier, Ted from Pacifier, was talking about going to Jamaica and how the actual culture is there and how people are living day to day there. What was your experience just on the people?
Well, man, for the large part, it's a third world country, and so it's day to day for most people there, and most people everywhere. We're highly spoiled in America, so yeah, you see people struggling, and then obviously, the music that has come from that place, a lot of it has to do with struggle. A lot of it has to do with just also absorbing that struggle and living one's life as best one can. So, there's such a wide variety of music from there, and it encompasses all the emotions that one can experience, living there and making it day to day.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's such an interesting place, and I wanted to ask you about that. A lot of people have been talking about Jamaica lately. If you guys are just tuning in, you're listening to the Buzz List, actually. Big ups to Doc. Let me come in here and speak with 311's S.A. Martinez. And we got so many things to talk about. We'll talk about reggae a little bit more later. But, hey, 25 years as a band this year. Congrats on that, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and there's so many things happening. 311 celebrating 25 years as a band this summer. In celebration, you guys are releasing a box set, and everybody is talking about it. You guys have the box set. You have a book of photos, unreleased songs on it. Tell us about this box set, and what I really, really want to know, is there anything on this box set that only 311 has heard before?
That's a good question. I know that there was some sort of leak some years back where I know there were some transistor, B-sides that were unreleased, and I think had made their way onto YouTube. Are they still there? I'm not even sure. As far as I know, yeah, there'll be some stuff that has been privy to only our ears, and honestly, we couldn't even fit it all on this thing. There's more, but we had to condense it and had to make some edits, and so yeah, I mean, it was a big process, and even culling through photos, songs, whatnot. I mean, it was a big undertaking. I think it was kind of more than we expected. And honestly, we probably could put out another one.
Wow.
There's a lot to go through.
Yeah, well, Nick did an interview the other day, and I was listening, and he say there was like some B-side or demo called "Pass the Grass" that I'm really interested in hearing. Right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that turned into something else. It might have turned into "Strong All Along," if memory serves me correctly, but don't count on that.
I think you're right. I think it was like a demo of Strong All Along. I think that's exactly what he said.
Might have been.
So moving on here, there's more stuff going on with this celebration. Obviously, you just got done with the cruise, the whole 311 day thing. You got this 311 beer. I don't know another band out there that not only has their own band holiday, but has their own beer. Tell us about the Amber Ale.
Well, I mean, it's something that we were approached by this brewing company called Rock Brothers, and I think they're partnering up with some other bands too, but yeah, they approached us, and actually we had been talking about it for amongst ourselves as a band for maybe I don't know, a year or so. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm not, I wouldn't call myself the craft beer enthusiast, but I do like some local craft beers. And anyway, these guys came to the studio in North Hollywood, and they brought some samples of what they thought, what their brewmaster would, concoct especially for us and type of thing. And yeah, so we kind of decided on one, and then we in fact had a tasting on the cruise just for a few of the cruisers, and yeah, I think the response was good, and it should be a cool venture.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, the second I heard about it, I was like, what? 311 is doing a beer. And it works, right? Because you have a song called Amber, so Amber Ale, why not, right?
Right.
So, from what I hear, it's in select cities this summer. That's all the info right now. And we really can't wait for it, man. It's going to be stoked. The 25-year anniversary is huge. You can go to 311.com, check out all the info on it, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, all that, more info. Moving on here, I got to talk about 311 Day for a second. It's really becoming something bigger than anybody, I think, could ever expect. I want to tell you, this year I was playing some 311, obviously, on my Jambox outside my apartment. And I walk out, and this girl across the street, looks up at me and says, "Yeah, happy 311 Day," And I think that's such a cool thing. I go into the gas station and say, "Happy 311 Day." Everybody knows it, but there's people starting to really see this as this holiday. There's
as a day. Yeah, it's something that surprises me, and obviously it's just a perk, a perk that kind of came with the gig. Yeah, we had no idea that it would turn into what it's turned into. We're thankful it has. I mean, we have a great fan base, and it's just, yeah, it's a good time of the year to have this day.
It's almost unexplainable what's happening.
It really is.
It's so crazy. I mean, this 311 petition on Google to honor 311 Day, I mean, that's popping. I mean, I'm just, it's such an unbelievable thing. I mean, it just must feel, I guess, unexplainable.
It truly is. I mean, like I said, it's just an added benefit to what we've been doing, and it's great for the fans, man. It's good for the fans to to reach out and connect again with one another and talk about what they like.
Yeah, I mean, like any day, is a regular day, and I think I was having some nasty vibes up until that 311 Day, this past March 11th, and I woke up and I just felt better,
Yeah.
and that's
the world
that's
righted
cool.
itself.
Yeah. So we got to talk about we're talking about the fan base here, and I did this thing on the 311 Familia. Big ups to the 311 Familia on Facebook. They almost have 5,000 members now. Nothing but positive. All the bulletin boards as well. But I put this question this idea up. I want a question from everybody, and like 3/4 of the fans said this: "What is up with another 311 Powwow Music Festival?"
Yeah, we get that a lot. The thing about any of the events we do, what it is it's the novelty of that event, the first time. Okay, so yeah, we did the powwow. People talk about it because that was the first time we had done something like that, and then we haven't done anything like it since. So, people want another experience like that, but it's got to be something different. It can be similar, but I wouldn't necessarily have it at the same location or time of year. It would have to be, I think, in a different spot, and maybe even call it something else. I don't know, but the idea of what that was, we need to do again. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was down there. It was hot.
Oh my God!
I remember that. It was blazing hot. But you know what? It was such a cool experience. To create a festival around your band. With
right.
Artists like the Deftones and I think Dirty Heads, among others. It was such a cool experience, and yeah, the Familia and the whole 311 Nation wanted to know about that. I did too, for sure. So there's a possibility, I guess, maybe a different location and a different name. So
we'll see. I mean, something, but yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, you're listening to 90.3 The Rock, WUTK Radio, Knoxville, Tennessee. If you're out of your car or whatever, hit us up. We are online streaming 24/7, WUTKRadio.com/listen. I am DJ Crowley, interviewing Essay of 311. Just a few more questions here, man. We were touched on reggae at the beginning of the interview, and last time we spoke about reggae a little bit, and of course I do the reggae show Simmer Down on Sunday nights. I want to talk about reggae in 311 because there's a lot of reggae things happening with 311. Number one, doing the Cali Roots Fest last year was epic, I'm sure. And then you're doing the Cali Roots Carolina in Myrtle Beach this year. You got the 311 cruise to Jamaica. And also, Peanut said on a Twitter post the other day, 311 should do an all reggae album. Talk about what's the future of reggae. A lot of things. Yeah, I'm sure he does. But it just seems like this whole reggae, you guys are really latching onto this reggae vibe, and there are, reggae influences in your music. But tell us about the 311 and reggae. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, we've that's been a part of our DNA from the get-go. So it's and the thing is, yeah, there are a lot of bands I think coming up that really have embraced it as well. And it's become it is a genre in and of itself. So it's sort of what we do and what we're known for. At least a part of it anyway. But and it will always be there. I don't see that ever not being an element of what comprises the 311 sound. So that's really all I can say.
Yeah, it's just there's so many different little reggae vibes I've been hitting on lately with the band, especially this Cali Roots Carolina sessions and Cali Roots in general. I mean, it's that festival. Those guys, big ups to Cali Roots and Jeff and Dan all that out there doing their thing, really just pushing reggae music and just bringing it in. So speaking of reggae music, you guys got a show coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, one of your favorite places, 420 Fest, with a lineup, in my opinion, this lineup I think is the best lineup I've ever seen on a bill for a festival, with Thievery Corporation, Cage the Elephant, Beats Antique, Snoop Dogg. I mean, it goes on and on, Slightly Stoopid. Tell us about your excitement for 420 Fest coming up in Atlanta.
Well, we love Atlanta. I mean, we love the Southeast in general, but yeah, Atlanta has a special place in our hearts, and to go down there now to be a part of this will be pretty exciting. And like you said, a great lineup. Atlanta was really when the band was first coming up. It was the first domino, so to speak, to fall for us as far as a big market. And when we played there, it's as if we were from there, and I'm not kidding when I say that. I mean, it feels like we were their band from that town, and we did it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's another level of love. I'll just say that, and it's always been that way. So yeah, I mean, 311 and Atlanta just go together, and they're an unexplainable, chemistry. Whatever it was that resonated there with the music and the people is something I would love to know what that exactly is. But But yeah, it's special.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really special day for sure. And you guys are actually going out on another summer tour here, another Unity tour, 2015. They heading out July through August, over 25 shows. It is a bit shorter because you guys are heading back into the studio to do another record. And I want to ask, first of all, is Scotch going to be back?
Yeah, Scotch will be back with us. We, we're slowly putting some things together, and yeah. But the thing is, you just never know what's gonna, what's gonna come of it. And that's always the case, going into every record, it's sort of a little bit of an unknown, and for good reason. But yeah, Scotch will still be at the helm, and he's really a long-time member of the band. I mean, he engineered our very first record, and he was pretty much a part of almost every record that we've done. So he's old school.
I mean, we're super stoked, man. I mean, you guys are obviously always very, very busy, and touring and cruises and 311 days and beer and all that kind of stuff. And that's not a bad thing, but I'm really stoked to hear that Scotch will be back on this, because the record that you just released, Stereolithic, is fire. I mean, it is just absolute fire.
Yeah, man. No, and I'll say this, man. When we finished the record, I thought, that's a good record. But when we got the mix back, I was blown away. I had no idea it was going to be that good. The sound, it's the best of what's vintage about 311 and forward thinking about 311. So yeah, hopefully we can rekindle some of that mojo on the next one.
Yeah, and forward thinking and the tradition of 311, made in the shade. That's what hits me.
Right on.
Just hits me, pure positivity in that track, and that's what you guys are all about. And so SA, I appreciate it, man. It's been about 3 years since we've spoken, and it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I got one last question here, and then I'll let you get back to your 311 day. not March 11th, but I guess you kind of have a 311 day
every day. Every day's a 311 day in my world.
So I want to get a little deeper here for this last one. In a song that we can't not talk, or we'll say the name of on the air, but we can say F the B. Okay. Go on, hold it. I'm poetry in motion. No joke in you, I pray. My word is spoken. Of the latest, the greatest of hip-hop persuaders. The line, the rhyme always amazes brothers. The mic drum is looming, and in your mind, my rap rhyme is blooming like a flower. Where do you get your inspiration for writing what you do?
I mean, the world, man, the universe. It's all inspiring. I mean, every day is inspiring. I find beauty in everything, but also, you can find melancholy in pretty much everything as well. I mean, there are, both ends of the spectrum in pretty much any dimension or any facet of life that you wish to focus on. And I like to focus in, and I like to zoom out too, man. A lot of it's big picture for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get caught up in a lot of mundane and a lot of, trivial matters. But, when you zoom out and have a bigger frame of reference, you realize how special pretty much life is, and, and then your place in it as well, and how it all connects and relates. So, it's always about that. At least I try to, make it so. It's just a beautiful thing.
It really is, man. And your band is a beautiful thing. Your movement is a beautiful thing. And without...
Hey, man, Tennessee is a beautiful thing. I'll say that. Can I say that?
Yeah, go ahead and say that. Yeah, we'd love to have you back in here. I know the last time you guys were in...
Well, my wife's from there, man. I don't know if you knew that. My wife's from East Tennessee. I mean, we met in Knoxville.
So, thank you so much, S.A. We really appreciate it, man. It's such a pleasure to talk to you and talk to anybody in the band. And, without you guys, not only would I not be doing radio today, but I wouldn't be as happy as a person. So I really I really appreciate that from you guys, and I'm sure a lot of other people too. This is S.A. From the band 311, this is WTK Radio, 90.3 The Rock. I'm DJ Crowley. Check them out, 420 Fest in Atlanta, Georgia. They love it down there. April the 17th, 18th, and 19th. They're going on a summer tour, July through August. They got a new record they're going to be working on after that. Cali Roots, Carolina in October. Big ups, SA. Thank you so much, and we will talk to you in the 311 future.
You got it, man. Thank you for having me.
Peace out.
Friday afternoon and all the worries just floating